is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
The podcast playground. Hooray!
You are now entering the Who's House podcast.
Right before the solos, it's like you was the last person on the last verse, like it's your moment, like you get a moment in the album to shine.
Cause I remember when you gave me that list, you was like, he first on this many songs, he second.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I was doing all my little notes.
Nigga, I look at all them notes when I was doing this shit. That's why I was grabbing the song. Like, damn, Cuz can't be on first on every song. He got to be last to get him to his first verse on his solo record. And everybody's solo song, they was the last verse of the song before the except.
This make me excited, man, because I know what all the other songs sound like, and if this how this going down, the rest
We
of
gonna
that
kill him with 2 and 3. We gonna kill him with 2 and 3. Mic check 1 2 1 2. In the place to be. It's your mother's favorite MC. La da 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 da.
Yeah. Yo, you got a whole bunch of niggas up here, man.
I keep a bunch of niggas in here, nigga. We back on death row, nigga. What you thought? East side niggas up in here, nigga. You better know it. You want to put your shit on record. So if you got TiVo or whatever they call that shit now, TiVo may be old. There may be some new shit where you need to record it. Is TiVo still around?
I think so.
I thought they got rid of TiVo.
Will you play that shit back?
TiVo gone, cuz?
I don't know.
He out of here? So what's the name of the thing now? That's the cable network, cuz. We talking about the
We
record.
find out niggas still got HBO in here, man. We find out, man. Oh, my God, man.
Yeah, Alexa, you bitch you. Record that.
Battle Cat, man. Oh, that's the homie right there, man. This guy still got that shit, man. The smoothest motherfucker out here, yo.
When the cat get with the dog, I mean, it's funky, baby. And it's something about me and his chemistry that, you know, when we get together, we know when and how to pull that groove to make people move. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we make that music, you usually dance to the shit me and him make.
You know, yo, the shit that's crazy. I can imagine how many friends called you to try to get into Super Bowl, man. Like, it's
nigga talking about they spending the night before. I'm like, hold on, cuz, we ain't kids no more, nigga. Hey, cuz, I'm spending the night on Saturday, so no, you not. I got a wife, cuz. You can't spend the night no more, nigga. I ain't no teenager. Fuck, you gonna just come over and spend the night, nigga, like it's the apartment, nigga, no.
I'm not going to snitch, but there are football players that are even asking you, NFL players, to
There's
get
some niggas in the NFL that ask me for tickets, and I'm not even in the NFL. That's like that's like a nigga, me asking niggas to the BET Hip Hop Award. Like, you can't get in, cuz? Ain't you hip hop, nigga? Nah, I can't get in. I don't really know nobody over there right now, cuz, so.
Like, you've done history like a billion times, but this is like on some Time magazine type shit.
Oh, kid, I'm the Black Forrest Gump.
Mm.
I'm just strolling through time, cuz. When I'm done, I'll look back at it and be able to, like, look at it and see what it is. I'm just trying to keep moving, like, this way.
That is like a moment in hip-hop that people need to respect, man. People fight to get there. All the freaking classic dudes, Rakim, Wu-Tang. I mean, you still like the OG, but if it wasn't for all these motherfuckers back then pumping hip-hop, I would never think that, like, hip-hop would even ever be on that freaking stage, man, unless you're, like, super popped out, you know?
What did Biggie say? It was all a dream. I used to read hip-hop magazines, Salt and Pepper, and who would ever think that hip-hop would take it this far?
Oh, my God, man.
How far we took it. It's a group effort because the ones that came before me, they all know how much I love them. So it ain't even no secret. It ain't no myth. All of them, all my OGs, I give them all their respect. I either see them and give them love, try to find ways to do things with them, done songs with them, redid they songs, all of that kind of shit.
Oh, man. You got me remembering, like, DMX and all the classic dudes out there, man. man. We're like disappearing and shit, man. You better cherish life while you're in it, man. Like cherish that
But
shit.
everybody got an expiration date. It's all about what you do while you're here. Nobody knows. Nobody got a calendar to say when they're gonna leave. You just got to do what you do while you're here, and that's the mission. And those, like you said, DMX. Remember when he was here, right? What did he do the most? He prayed for others.
Exactly.
That's what his whole mission was, to pray for others. So you don't have to worry about his spirit or his soul, because he did his work while he was here.
And of course, rumor is Snoop is wearing Kanye West's boots. I heard he got you a pair. I don't wanna
Ain't
snitch
no
on-
way in the world I can quit walking them motherfucking big ass space boots. Only way I wear them motherfuckers if they got me jumping off the Empire State Building to a motherfucking lake full of gators or some shit, and I gotta walk on the gators like Pitfall to get out of there. Remember that game Pitfall? When nigga had to walk on the gators and get to the other side? That's what it'd be like with them big ass space boots. Like, nigga, drop me now, I'm ready. You sure? Over the gators.
I know nothing really annoys you, but those boots really annoy me. What do you think about when you see them boots, man? They gotta annoy you.
That
Snoop,
nigga getting money,
please.
man. I can't hate on that nigga. He getting money, man. That nigga getting money. I can't hate on him, but I tell you what, I never wear the motherfuckers. I'm glad it never snows in California. That'd be just the reason why I gotta get them. Nigga be like, you know it's snowing 6 feet of snow out there, dog. You gotta put them boots on. Like, nah, them the only things that's gonna cut through them. Nigga like, come on, not the Kanye's, yeah, let me help you into them motherfuckers. Nigga gotta sit down and get help putting them on and taking them off. I don't want no shoes on where two niggas gotta help me put them on. That don't feel right, cuz.
You know, the fact that he wore it to like a kid party, like, I don't understand this guy.
He was letting his baby mama know he wasn't there to start no shit, that's all. See, I came in here with these boots on. I'm not here to start no shit. Don't play no games.
Jokes Up Ice Cream Dispensary is the #1 cannabis dispensary in Studio City and Los Angeles, offering the highest quality and the best prices on ice cream cannabis.
Yo, man, welcome to Whose House, and this is my house, and of course, it's their house today. And congratulations on Subwoofer, 50 million streams, man.
Yeah.
And you can see how the legendary status is still intact. You're in everybody's DNA. It's like this is like the biggest cheat code, man. You know what
Without
I'm
a
saying?
doubt. You know, it's so fun. Like being able to rely on these guys and they 30-year knowledge of hip-hop. You know, you got 60, 70 years of hip-hop sitting right there. And then you got another 30 with me and then another 30 with Snoop. So we talking 120 years
Of knowledge.
Of knowledge.
Experience.
And so, you know, we can play loose. You know what I'm saying? Because you know nothing is going to be missed. Somebody gonna catch it, somebody gonna fix it, somebody gonna make it right, and that's fun, you know, to be in a group where you can relax a little bit. You don't have to be the forward front thinker of every idea that is laid, and we're having the most fun in hip hop right now. I don't know if anybody's having more fun than us.
Hella fun.
I mean, when you guys combine and y'all do shows, man, it feels good that the fans like sell out shows. I mean, I overheard like during the week you had L Cool J interviewing. Let's add another 30 years on that, but he's interviewing y'all. How does that feel?
150 years, like when we heard we was doing, you know, Rock the Bells, you know, I didn't know LL was gonna be interviewing us. You know, that just takes it to another level.
Come on.
He's an icon. We're fans of his. He's an OG to us. We love him. Been watching him, learned a lot from him. You know, he was, to me, LL was like LeBron was when he came in the league.
Yeah. Wow.
That's how we saw LL, you know, a 16-year-old kid who was a superstar from day one.
Out the
and
gate.
So to have him interview us lets you know the magnitude of Mount Westmore.
Was the East Coast influencing like the Bay, or the Bay was always like? I feel like the Bay is legendary in their own box.
Well, you know, early New York rap influenced everything.
Like
right?
the 80s, though.
Everybody.
The jump off, man. I mean, come on, man. We was crazy about Run DMC, crazy about LL, crazy about Grandmaster Flash, Melly Mel. That was the start, bro. That was the spark. That was we wouldn't have never got out.
They showed us how to be pros.
I wish, like, there was no social media back then to see how you guys interacted with a lot of East Coast artists. We had to look at photos. Like, I was like, yo, this guy, Ice Cube, was with Premier, and I see, like, Eazy-E with this guy. Like, I'm like, you see all these, like, West Coast artists used to come to New York and link up and go back, but there was no social media to mediate that.
And I went on tour with EPMD. Like, I didn't have no shows.
Even knew that.
They was just in L.A., and he was like, you want to roll with us? I was like, hell yeah. Jumped on their bus and, did all of California with him and just hung. When I came to do my album, America's Most Wanted, Public Enemy out there in Strong Island, 710 Franklin, E would come scoop me. I would hang with Redman, K Solo. It was just love. Busta Rhymes was a young, as Earl say, a young mustache back then.
You smell me? You smell me?
Yeah. Eric Sermon was my neighbor in Atlanta for years. That's my neighbor. 5-minute drive away to each other's house. Keith Murray's like one of my best friends in all of hip hop. Like it ain't that much of a separation when it come down to the history of it.
Was Def Jam like a connector, like a liaison to y'all too?
I carried Russell Simmons, Leora Cohen's business cards in my wallet for years because them niggas didn't sign me.
They wanted to sign me before I did my distribution deal with Jive.
Yeah,
Russ was on me. Russ say,
he was
man, don't sign with them. Sign with me. He was serious. Yeah, he was serious. Yeah.
What? I got a story. Like, I went solo. I didn't know who was gonna produce my record. I thought I could get Dre to do it. Jerry Heller, and he vetoed that shit.
Of course.
So I didn't know what I was gonna do, and I knew Russell and I knew Leor, and I wanted to do third base. Like I wanted Sam Sever. Oh, wow. Like third base had dope beats. So I was like, Leor, hook me up with Sam Sever. I'm gonna come out there. He said, come on, man, I have him come through, and Sam Sever stood us up and shit. Like, I'm sitting there, Leor, like, what the fuck? Flew all the way out here, and this nigga didn't show up. And so I talked to him for a couple hours, and then I left. And walking through the hall, I saw Chuck D.
Nah.
Chuck D, like, I'm walking down the hall of Def Jam, going to the elevator. Chuck D bends the corner. What you doing out here, man? I'm trying to get my record produced. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, me and Big Daddy Kane, we doing a record at Green Street called Burn Hollywood Burn. You want to be on it?
Damn.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. And going down to Green Street, I was able to meet Hank Shockley, Keith Shockley, and they agreed to do my whole America's Most Wanted album.
Jesus, man.
So you should be thanking the motherfucker that stood you up.
Hell yeah. I didn't want to work with Sam Sever after that shit.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam, from a hip-hop fan.
And I still never met the nigga from this day.
All this
we
time.
Still never ran into each other.
I thank you on behalf of hip-hop, Sam. Thank you.
Y'all got it, cuz.
Snoop he been acting, but he really getting his acting on right now. Like, he has a passion for it right now. Like, he ain't playing.
Is this business model influenced all of y'all in, like, finding other shit to do? Like, especially you're in movies. I mean, Snoop does, like, everything. I mean, obviously you and Snoop came in the same time, but I feel like, business-wise.
We all teach each other stuff.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
You know what I mean? You already know I'm the
I saw you on a
ultimate
Food
hustler.
Network or some shit.
Yeah, you already know what I do.
That's the goon with the spoon.
Yeah,
Come
Bum
on.
B, E40, like,
Come on,
it's
it's
crazy
real.
how, the DNA of the hip-hop, like, how you could just, like, choose what you want to do and you could survive, like, forever.
Come on, man. Diversifying our portfolios is where we at right now. You understand me? But rapping is our passion. You understand that?
I said that the other day. Like, I don't want no young, new rapper talking about, like, because y'all are not on any list of, like, to choose, like, or give y'all an opinion. Like, people grew up with you guys, like, fashion-wise, how to live. Some people would change their mind on what to do in life.
We're hella decades in this and still here, God willing.
We don't need any proof of relevancy from you guys. Like, I don't want to hear, like,
ain't no luck.
Nas is not relevant. I don't want to hear none of that shit, man.
Ain't no luck. Nas is very relevant.
Yeah, exactly.
Ain't no luck in this shit, man. This shit is hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. You understand me? And true talent. You understand me? And being consistent.
We do know that some of the young homies are going to become icons and legendary.
They
eventually,
are. And we don't know which ones, but I'm rooting for the young hip hop. I have no doubt about it. I was never expected to be what I am. I just became this shit. You know what I mean? And I think that you can't look at what's happening this year to know what we're gonna care about in the future. You can't look at who's the hottest on the charts this year to know who's gonna be a factor in the future.
Tomorrow.
So to put yourself in a statement of critiquing a Nas or a Jay-Z or an Ice Cube or an E40 or a Fat Joe or a Busta Rhymes, you gotta fucking you gotta walk the path first, bruh. Give me 20 years in the game. Give me 10. Give me 10 of you not fading away and you staying relevant. The word. You give me 10 and I'm fucking with you.
You know the word relevant. Like if you know who I am just by my voice,
I'm relevant,
and you don't have to know my name. I don't have to say my name. You relevant.
There you go.
Know if you see a picture of me and you stop and read the headline, just because it's a picture of me, that means I'm relevant. So relevant means that I get your attention. It doesn't mean that I got a bigger song on the radio than this one or that one. It means I know who this man is, I know who this female is, and I want to see what they doing. Whether I get with it or not, I'm interested, and that's relevant to me.
What if you gross like millions of dollars off hip-hop year in and year out? Is that relevant?
Hell yeah.
Because that's what's happening right here.
I mean, relevancy to me is like when I go to like Kazakhstan or I go to Asia, Japan, China, and I see like y'all albums in other fucking languages and decoded, and they got like your fucking full fucking, like if you go to Japan, they got your full fucking rap sheet in the back of the album. Like they know everything you've done since you were like 10 years old. So
man, we've been getting quid. You understand me? Since Yogi Bear was a teddy bear. You understand me? Who gets quid that long, bro? Come on, man.
This shit is
you know
insane.
what I'm saying?
I'm gonna add that 21 Savage is a cool guy. I love his music, and I don't think he meant to say it like that. Obviously,
but they did a song together.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In a nutshell, that summed it up. I like that. I like 21 Savage. I'm
gonna make let's make it clear. Like, but there are young kids that they look at like current standings.
But
and
even though he didn't mean that in that context, the little clickbait.
Oh yeah, of course.
Was taken and ran with, and now we have to deal with that statement. You know what I'm saying? We don't got to deal with, man, Savage, you wrong. But the statement went out there. And the conversation, it's a good conversation, man. I think that's a really good conversation. Is Nas relevant? That's a good conversation. Let's have it. Because hip-hop is going to keep having this conversation. And 20 years from now, all my young homies that are practicing ageism, all you old niggas that's practicing ageism, the conversation is going to keep coming up. And we're going to have it like, what is relevant? What is not? Who ain't got bars? Who do? Like it's hip hop, nigga. We family.
And stop saying you washed up. Stop. If you streaming more than these youngsters, if you having more chalupa, more Skrilla, more scratch, more quid, more yaper. You understand me?
Celebrate.
How the hell you gonna tell a motherfucker to stop rapping? You know, I tell them like this: if y'all keep bringing it, if y'all keep streaming it, I'm gonna keep bringing it.
Yeah, celebrate, don't hate.
You know what I'm saying? If y'all keep buying it, I'm gonna keep supplying it. You understand me? And that goes for food and beverage too. Hello.
When you got a fan base, you got family, you got a career. When you got a fan base, you got a long career, and your fan base should be the most important thing to you as an artist that been in the game for a long time, because they're the ones who are going to be down from day one to day two to the last day if you keep giving them what they expect and love from you. So we got big fan bases, so we're going to be here for a long time.
But isn't it unfair that a lot of people didn't have, like, these new artists didn't have a chance to, like, interact with Pac, interact with Dre? Like, I mean, you guys gave birth to, like, even the mentality of when they go in the studio. Like, if they're aggressive, they got the Ice Cube shit. Every time I used to do mixtapes, I'd be like, yo, 50, man, you Ice Cube or something, man? Or you dissing everybody, man? Like, because you were the king of that shit. Like, you said names, you fucking went in. There was no subliminals. Like, I used to be like, God damn. Like, Queens, like, NWA was the shit. Like, if it was Public Enemy, NWA, like, nonstop. Because, Ice Cube, did you always think that? Like, you were so aggressive that you guarantee could have beef in the future because of the lyrics?
I didn't really think about that part, but my favorite MCs are aggressive. The Rakim style is cool, but my favorite MCs was Run, was LL, Chuck D, Aggression. You got the mic. get them
KRS-One was dope too with that shit.
KRS-One with the styles.
Man.
You know, he had many styles. You know
Many
what I mean?
styles.
It's like he showed me that you don't have to rap the same. You got to pull out your arsenal of styles and flows, and you have to be different. I learned that from KRS-One. But the aggression, Melly Mel, people who could get your attention, Ice-T.
I feel like Melly Mel was the first street rapper ever.
Melly Mel is
Ever.
lyrical. You know,
You know what I'm
he's a genius because he was able to make it real. You know, it wasn't about the party. It was about what we had to deal with leaving the party, what we had to deal with before we get to the party. You know what I'm saying? It was showing that rap could visually take you to a place that you're probably scared to go without the music. You know, you won't go there. The music can take you there, but you would never go there yourself. And so when you got the mic, you got to use it. You only got a little time on this earth. These records are going to be here when we dead, and you got to make them count.
We wanted to be to the point where kids' parents are playing our songs 20, 30 years later, and they think it's new because that's what our parents did. They played songs, you know, that we did. It wasn't even rap. It was soul music. You know what I'm saying? Temptations. You know, the OJs. You understand me? The Whispers. You understand me? Can Function. Like, you know, many moons ago, and we would think it's new. That's all because that's all they played. We thought it was brand new songs. You feel me?
Yeah. Wow.
But it's timeless music, man. You understand
Sound
me?
good forever.
Come on.
Parliament, Funkadelic, George Clinton,
Wow.
Zapp, James Brown, Bootsy, Rick James. You know, they showed us too that you don't have to stay in the box.
Yeah.
You don't have to be doo-woppy all the time. You can have complicated funk.
Yeah, I mean, motherfuckers was dressing crazy back then, man. You know,
They
Dre used to
was.
have like sparkly shit on it.
Yeah.
I told
That
him,
was
yo, where
show
that sparkle
business.
suit
That was
at?
how
That
it
was,
used
that was
to be,
show
though.
business.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at all the artists, you know, the Silvers, the Earth, Wind and Fires, the
Jackson
you know,
5.
Jackson 5. You know, you had to have a costume. Even you know, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5.
Oh, yeah, they had like
you
some
know,
ill shit on. But
I think I
ill
saw
boots.
something with
Africa
I think I saw
Bambaataa, Soul
some-
Sonic Force.
I think I saw something
all
with
of
Melly Mel when he was talking about, you know, when Run DMC came out, just straight, you know, Lee's,
Adidas,
you
Striped
know.
Lees.
I mean, go back
He's
and look
like,
at what
man, y'all
Ice.
fucked up the game, you know. Goddamn, I was getting shit tailor made to hit the stage. Now
Got
y'all
switched up.
coming out in fucking t-shirts.
It doesn't matter. Run DMC. Yeah.
Run DMC was one of the greatest.
Even Ice T when he first came out. Remember Ice T and Breaking?
Yeah.
He had a fucking the belt with the bullets and the
did.
shit.
You had
Yeah, I
the ill
remember
suits
that.
though. You had like the ill suits. Wait, who was making your suits back then? Who was tailoring
Man,
them
He had
shits?
leather suits.
I was just
He'll
Bruh.
wear a leather suit if it's 100 degrees in the summer, and that's gamed up
Bruh.
university out there in the Bay Area. That's how niggas used to
Now
do
you
it.
gotta be honest, man. One day I went and bought these 2 leather suits. I wore them 2 motherfuckers for every photo shoot in my early days.
Jamaican or something.
You can't. The only reason why you can't find early picture of me without the leather suits, because all I had, nigga. I just had them 2. Had the white one
They
and the gray
worked,
one.
though. They worked. They
Goddamn
worked.
right. And I was inspired by Run DMC. Thank you.
That's fire, man.
Thank you.
Jokes Up Ice Cream Dispensary is the #1 cannabis dispensary in Studio City and Los Angeles.
Speaking of Jamaicans, you always had like Jamaican hooks and stuff like that. Who were these artists back then? Like y'all would chase to do these like
Don Jaguar.
Yeah, shout
you
that
know.
out, man. Nigga,
Don
nigga-
Jaguar, we did Wicked together, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of, you know, one of those first, you know, rap, reggae flavors, you know, together. To me, you know, it's like dope culture, dope. And they, you know, I'm always interested in places that got their own flavor. You know, that's why I love the Bay. The Bay is not like Southern California. The Bay is on its own energy, and it's different, and it's interesting, and it's not in a box. You know what I mean? It's fluid, it's loose, it's banging. The beats gotta bang. Like you can't get away with no smooth ass. Like you know, if you got something slow, it gotta be full of bass. and it gotta have that Bay.
Gotta have a lot of shit talking to.
Yeah, it just it's a flavor, you know, and it can't be duplicated.
I mean, you talk about culture. Like, where did the Asians come into play? Like, I used to DJ before I met
We
E40.
from the area, man.
I know there's a lot over there, but how did that? Like, they used to do all the fucking. Like,
let me just tell you.
Explain this culture clash.
It's called born in it. They born in this shit. They born in the trenches, the octagon. They right there, and they in Oakland. They
like
in
triads and shit. I used to do crazy.
Let me bring you in because you a DJ who works a lot of rooms, not just in these times.
The Bay Area woke me up. By the way, when I first DJ in the Bay Area, I woke up because I'm playing on East shit. Niggas is like this. I started playing like Keek the Sneak and everything.
Exactly.
One of the niggas. Like,
I'm saying, though, you work.
I was like,
you work them diverse crowds, man.
Thank God I know all the DJs across the world.
We have a diverse fan base in the Bay that from the start it was never just black people only. It was always you look out in the crowd and the white people are standing right there,
right
and
there.
the Asians is right there, and the Mexicans is right there,
Cambodians,
and we all like
Tongans.
we all turning up. We all like whatever it became to be known as hyphy, but it was always like I always had that fan base of not just black people because we got platinum albums, and if you was platinum, you had to cross over. You couldn't just be platinum. You couldn't be platinum and just be a black audience only. So we had to cross over.
It was Usos, Filipinos.
Wow.
It was
I just want to say
all
too,
walks
man.
of life,
Me myself personally, I made 6 platinum albums, 4 gold albums, and I did that shit on 3 regions. I only had the Midwest, the South, and the West Coast. So if you do the math of the magnitude of what I had to do to sell over 1 million records in 3 regions without
super hard.
You know what I'm saying? It was 2 niggas in Queens with a Too Short album.
Wow.
2 niggas in Queens, 3 niggas in Brooklyn.
Nah, you think
1 nigga in the Bronx.
Nah, it was more than that, brother.
Yeah.
It was more than that.
Nigga, I was on the elevator checking into my penthouse suite in New York City, and the bellman is like, "Who is you?" I'm like, "Too Short." And he like, I ain't never heard of you. What you do? I rap. He's like, "Where you rap at?" I'm like, "Nigga, I done did shows with Big Daddy Kane." I'm naming rappers, right? Like the bellman. I'm on there juried up, going to my penthouse. He said, "Stop lying."
Damn.
In New York, he didn't believe me.
You let that be your that was your motivation.
I know
continue.
that was a good moment. Like New York, I was like, nigga, I was
We
multi-platinum.
got booed at the Apollo.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's crazy.
Easy E and NWA.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Boo!
Yeah.
Get them Jerry curls out of here. This was when we only had one song, really.
What?
Boys in the Hood and We Want Easy. Boys in the Hood didn't, that was just underground. We Want Easy was our first MTV record.
Well, them boos didn't age too well.
We what it is, if we should have started with those songs that they knew. We started with songs that they didn't know. It wasn't nothing but I think it was a BRE or some kind of, seminar where they had, you go to the BRE and do your shit there, and then you go over to the Apollo and everybody's performing. But when you get there, it's like, damn, Biz Marquee and goddamn, like they got the giants out here.
In the middle of fucking Harlem.
And you got, the biggest groups out there, Ultramagnetic.
You going up against them.
You got, Stetsasonic. You got, and it's like, oh, yeah, and Easy and NWA. Who the fuck? And we got booed, and
what year
we was arguing this shit.
What year? What year?
It's got to be 88.
Wow.
Yeah, 88. And we arguing this shit about what we could have did better, and we saw Run in the elevator, and Run was like, "Yo, who are y'all? What's up? What y'all doing?" It's like, it's Eazy and NWA. Oh, Eazy, you that kid with the Boys in the Hood song?
Wow.
And that right there was
you
all
good.
We needed.
Yeah.
Was like, okay, this shit bubbling. They just ain't ready yet. We'll be back.
Especially for Run to say that. Run
for Run to say that.
Forever fixture.
Because we was like, damn.
Come on.
I was like, damn, Run just
come on.
That's
all you
Run. And he knew us, and that was all we need to say. It's just too early. We just out here a little too early.
Wow, man. I want to get the Tupac thing out of the way. Did he affect like your directions and stuff?
We was before Tupac. How about that?
Yeah, Pac.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Pac did
I knew
a lot.
Pac from
go ahead
from Digital. When I first met Pac, he was, Digital had one of the most entertaining shows in hip hop. You know, they
R.I.P. Humpty Hump.
Yep.
Yeah, they would do like a Parliament Funkadelic West Coast version of that. They would do a segment where they was like, "What's your favorite rapper?" and shit, and then they had these big ass heads of EPMD and shit, and they would come out there.
What?
You got to chill. You know what I'm saying? It's like then they would have all these different dope ass MCs, and he was part of that. And I remember him being a little frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like, do my shit, man, but my shit got to be hard, man. He's like, you know what I'm saying? The part I live at in LA, I mean in the Bay is fucked up, and we need to talk about that shit. And then he was like, I don't know if Shock G gonna let me get down like that, but he's like, Cube, I want to make the kind of records y'all make. That's what I'm on. I ain't really on this dancey stuff. So I said, man, just be true to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Talk to Shock G and tell him that you need to fulfill yourself as an artist and not just do the
Party shit.
Yeah, the party shit.
Yeah.
And
Brenda's
I'm
got
glad
it,
he
baby.
listened. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he listened and he started doing the music, when he came out as a solo artist that he really wanted to do.
And then, but he at the same time he loved Digital Underground.
Yes.
They was a platform for him. When they did their soundtrack, I believe it was All Around the World.
Yeah,
That was his debut.
That was his debut. They brought
Visual
him out.
debut.
They did it great with visually because they brought him out like
Jumped out the back of the hearse.
yeah, and then they had somebody lift
It was a
him up.
movie.
Yeah, it was a movie. Yeah,
They
it was
connected
great.
it to.
That nigga had a dreadlock wig on too or some shit.
That was dope. So look, but you know what I love when Pac really got on, and then he did the
When my homies called, Brenda's got a baby.
that one. But I'm talking about the Up Round and Round. That one
Right,
right there.
yeah.
Yes,
I Get
man.
Around.
Shock G produced that, didn't Shock
Yeah,
G?
that was
produce
wow.
that was
That was
Tupac's
a
biggest first
slapper.
yes, biggest hit.
Tupac was my little homie. He was the young homie. We was well established. I got a platinum album I did called Short Dogs in the House, and back then we used to do these little DVD, VHS, a little 1 hour video that would help promote the album, and we got Shock G to host the event that night. So Shock G is he's hosting the behind the scenes, walking around with a camera crew. And years later, like I didn't even recognize it that night. I'm platinum. I'm the nigga. I'm on stage.
Yeah.
It's my party. Everybody's celebrating. And I look back years later, and Tupac is like a little nigga in the background. He like just a little Digital Underground dancing homie. I'm like, damn, I did not know that nigga was there all that time. He was there.
Crazy.
And it's like, Digital Underground is unique. It's a West Coast group, right? But Melly B's from Philly.
Oh, yes, that's
Tupac
right.
is Baltimore by way of New York. Shock G is from the East, you know that, right?
Yeah.
He from Jersey or New York somewhere or something?
He's near, outside of New York.
Upstate or some shit, something. Yeah, so it's like these cats. Shock G told me a story. I don't know if he ever told y'all the story. Shock G used to work at a music store, Music Unlimited, and I went to buy a keyboard. He sold it to me, and he's telling me yeah, my name Greg, man. He wasn't even running the Shock G. He was like, yeah, I play piano. He said I pimped my way from the East Coast to the West to come out here and make music with you niggas.
Damn.
And he was like, he was one of them niggas. Like you meet a nigga, he's like, nigga, you gonna hear me.
Yeah, he made
I
sure
mean,
that.
I tell you a story. It ain't about Pac, but go ahead.
Shock G was interesting because he was like the first of aliases. You know what I'm saying? He was Shock G.
Two
and
guys
he
in one. He was
Humpty
two members
Hump.
of the same group.
He'd turn into Humpty Hump.
Alter egos.
So he'd go to
He got that from George Clinton. George Clinton was Star Child,
But
Dr.
far as
Funkenstein.
rappers, he was the first. As far as rappers, he was the first with hella aliases.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
He's a clone of Dr. Funkenstein.
Yeah. And he did that and because I just trip on how talented that dude was. You know?
Yeah.
He was kind of like to himself type of dude. I hate that I never really. We did the I Got Five on the remix together.
Oh, wow.
Which was very huge.
Don't
But
say you hate that we didn't work together because rappers didn't work together back then.
We tried to.
I've been doing. Niggas wouldn't think about making records together back then.
Yeah, that's real. We all held our own.
Segregated.
But I mean, if you look at it now,
Yeah.
though,
You had your own
a lot
style,
of people
and
rock
you didn't wanna-
together. A lot of. So I'm glad. That's why we got Mount. That ain't why. It was just written. Mount Westmore is here because it was written. It was. It wasn't no planned out situation. It just happened. It was our assignment.
Hell
We
yeah,
want to
man.
be an inspiration to the new generation and old generation.
I mean, but nobody had more fun on tour than Pac. Like when
Yeah.
I remember with the Digital Underground that he came, like, it had to be 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Everything shut down, really, except Pac. He knocking on everybody's door.
On Hennessy.
You sleep? What? Nah, no sleep. No sleep. Nah. Come on, man. Get dressed, Q. Come on, let's go downstairs. I know the lobby popping. It ain't popping, man. It's over. Come on, man.
The lobby was a
Got
spot.
me dressed. You know, he running around with all the energy in the world. You know, we sleep, but he got all the energy in the world. And just a good dude who was genuine.
No drugs, just liquor and weed.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah, he was on point. You know, last time I seen him, it was a show. It's a trip because you hear all this shit about him in the street, busting at police, you know, spitting at the camera, doing this shit. And we had a show in upstate New York, in Rochester.
Oh,
and,
shit.
Yeah, it was grimy. And
grimy as fuck.
On the show was Wu-Tang, Biggie, it was Tupac, and me. We was all on the show. And I just remember Tupac coming in the dressing room, humble as shit. I'm like, man, you been wilding like a motherfucking nigga. You come in here nigga, like a church mouse and shit. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, man, you know, they fucking with me out there, you know. And it's a trip because that same night I met ODB. You know,
Wow.
He came in, he had a 40 and shit. He came in talking to me.
That's my guy.
He had two egos. He had two
he
personalities, too.
He was quiet, too. You know, he was humble.
He'd be ODB, then the nigga hit you with the Russell.
Yeah, he was, you know, different than I had, you know, seen him before, but it was cool. And it's a trip, you know, that's the last time I seen them both, you know.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you who was the guy, man. I'm going to tell you who was the guy. If you get to hang out with Eazy-E after a show,
Oh, yeah.
you about to have
heard
some fun.
about
You about to have some
Easy
fun.
was homie.
I mean, I heard.
I went to his room one time.
Oh, no.
I went to his room. It was a line.
What?
It was a line of chicks.
What the hell?
It was about 10 of them sitting on the floor outside the door.
Waiting on their turn.
What?
I had the coldest technique ever. I went on the NWA Straight Outta Compton tour, and we used to, Easy had a part of the show. He like, yeah, you know, he talking to the crowd, right? He like, you know, I was over at the Radisson across the street getting ready to come over here and do the show. So he secretly tell the whole crowd where we staying at. And that was just like, you know, that was just like a fishing line, just throw it out there. So we sit there and we go, we in the cut, right? It's like me and whoever my little crew was, DOC, whoever we like, wait, let's just wait. Give it like 30 minutes. Let Eric move around. Watch him. Oh, he grabbed him too. He's going. Let's go to work. Like we let Easy, let him pick.
Yeah.
As soon as he pick, now it's ours.
Crazy. I give up, man.
Winning formulas.
We only have a couple minutes left. I gotta leave and shit. I could talk to y'all forever.
We gotta do this again.
Yeah, we do a part two, man.
Yeah, we definitely gotta do a part two. But I gotta end this with the violence in hip hop. Was the heat index and beef the same as now, or is there a difference? Or
Come on now. We all remember.
You see how the kids are dying like more reckless now, which is crazy.
Man, it used to happen all the time. You know, ain't nothing new in hip hop. You know, I
So it's
remember
always been
we was
happening.
just talking about E-Love getting shot in the ass at one of that's
LL
E-Love, LL,
DJ.
87.
Oh, I forgot about that.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's been happening. Niggas been getting cut at the Latin quarters. You know, it just
There's no social media to put it out there the way it is
you
now.
know, this-
Do you remember a
It's
little place
hip-hop.
called? You remember a little place called the Tunnel?
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember
like,
the tunnel. Hell yeah.
the good, you know, hip hop. What's so great about it?
It's
It
more
highlights
it's
the
more
good, the
saturated
bad,
now too, though.
and the ugly.
It's more
Everything.
saturated now. It's like hella rappers. You could
Yeah, because we on social media,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's always highlighted the good, the bad, and the ugly. Everybody like the good, the money, the the fame, the camaraderie. You know, people don't like the bad. You know, when contracts is fucked up, boom, boom, boom. But it can get ugly too, and people hate the ugly. But that's murder, and that's death, and that's
The
taking
reality.
it to the reality. So hip hop has always dealt with the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, since the Cold Crush Brothers or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Scott
It's like-
LaRockin' on them.
Yeah,
dying,
Scott
like,
LaRock
that
got
was random.
murdered.
That was man
You know,
random,
but
too.
that so it's nothing new under the sun. You know, we just got to be smarter. You know, we've had 50 years to understand how it can happen. So we just want the young artists to be as smart, to move accordingly, to to live. You got a lot to live for. You know, you got to take care of yourself. You got to make sure that you survive for your family. You know, you're probably bringing the most notoriety and money to your family that's ever happened, and you can't take that lightly, and you can't play with it. You got to be serious as a heart attack.
How many rappers were there, literally? How many rappers were there in 1998?
Oh, yeah, that's right, too.
And how many rappers are there 25 years later? Like,
It's hella rappers now.
So, you know, you sitting there saying, you ain't never heard me on the post saying how much my chain cost.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't giving you the breakdown, the itemized what I did and just like advertising how valuable this is. I used to try to move around. My cousins be calling. Nigga, let me buy. Like, bro, I ain't got it. Like if you bragging and your cousins call, like, nigga, you got it. Nigga, you just spent 70 on the chain, nigga.
Yeah, exactly.
Let your cousin borrow 2,000.
But can you make it clear that you don't need jewelry? Like, everybody knows your face. They know your face. No, you don't.
We don't
that.
need it.
Exactly.
We don't
So
need
we
it.
end
No,
with that.
look at me.
Back in the day,
I ain't got nothing on but my wedding ring.
Why did Slick Rick go to prison?
Big ass shit.
He shot a nigga.
He shot a nigga. Like,
It was his own homie though.
Yeah, you know.
It's always been there. The hip hop has been dangerous. Let's go back and look at Crush Groove. Russell got his ass whooped. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was a tough world.
I mean, they did
Hip-hop.
self-destruction for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, that's an 80s song.
See, I forgot about
they did
that shit.
self-destruction for a reason. They did
oh my God.
All in the Same Gang
I forgot
for
about
a reason.
that shit. Oh shit.
It's always
I
been
think
around.
just a lot of awareness and a lot of instantaneous news right now.
Compare the numbers back then to each state and all the dangerous cities to now. Back then, with over
the early '90s, the stats
early
ain't never.
'90s, the stats would never.
They'll never be
hopefully,
matched.
they'll never be matched. Because the murders in the '90s was beyond
DC, Detroit,
it was crazy.
Bay Area.
It's nowhere near. It's not like that now.
We ain't
They
talking
get a
about the
little bit
crack
close,
era.
but it ain't like that.
We grew up through the crack era.
We just see it more now.
We
just
grew up through it.
We
ain't just
survived the
talking about
80s,
the
man.
80s. We grew up in the 80s.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
make it clear the West Coast is still crazy dangerous.
It is.
Definitely is.
Always have been.
Yes.
You
Don't
know,
sleep.
But
for
look,
sure.
you know, go back and look at the movies, Colors, all
Mount
that
Westmore.
shit. It's always-
I just saw a post on social media that said, "If you come to New York, don't go to the Bronx."
Yeah.
I just saw that from a New York nigga. What's happening in the Bronx, man?
It's fucked up over there. The
I
kids are
heard
reckless.
the craziest shit in the world happens in the Bronx and Florida. Like,
Hey man, I missed the what's that fucking bridge?
The Queensbridge?
No, the one that go
Manhattan
from
Bridge?
No, the one that go from the
Strawboro.
Bronx to Jersey.
You talking
The
about GW, George Washington Bridge.
So I missed the exit. I'm on the West Side
Oh,
Highway
you
and I
wildin'.
missed the exit. I ended up by Old Yankee Stadium.
You just turned to Justin Bieber.
Nigga, I was so scared, nigga. I'm an East Oakland nigga. I was scared. It was nighttime by the
Lord.
Yankee Stadium. I was scared, nigga.
Yo, we out here, man. Your people, your Illuminati's trying to get y'all out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Cool kid, man. We love to see
Yeah,
you
we
all
love
the
you,
time, man.
Yeah, we got
all
to
the
do part
time.
2, man.
Definitely.
You ain't never been to my house, who kid?
You know, I've been in your crib before.
I know. I just want to say
Yeah,
that.
you know, and that's like fucking some legendary shit. Like you have to be really trusted to go
I
to
told this
E40
nigga,
crib.
right? I told this nigga E40,
Yeah.
we got to go do Who Kid show. He said, who
Yeah.
is Who Kid?
I said, who is who kid?
I'm looking at the
That's
I
his
said,
analogy.
I said, did y'all get that? Did y'all see what I said? Did y'all see how I did that?
My favorite joints out there for you idiots is Motto, of course. Too Big, shout out to Dr. Dre, California, and of course, Fuck You.
Have a nice day.
I love that song, by the way. And make sure if you're a young idiot, you have to have these in your car. E40 in a major way. And of course, you know, that's the one with Sprinkle Me. The Mailman, you got to have that. Shout out to Too Short. You got to have Life is Too Short. And of course, the Blow the Whistle album, which is like his 16th album. Like, this motherfucker is super rich. And of course, Cube. If you don't have America's Most Wanted or Death Certificate, you're an idiot. All right? So that's all I
If
got
you
to
don't know
say.
who Too Short is, I used to date your mama, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, man.
See you.
Kiss my ass. Die slow. Your life is trash. Thank you. Have a nice day. I'm in the world.
Shout out to Hardin, Las Vegas, the best dispensary in the world.
Dispensary is the number one cannabis dispensary in Studio City and Los Angeles.
For over 10 years, Grammarly has been powered by AI technology you can trust and rely on for all of your writing needs. And now Grammarly helps you do even more. With one click, you and your team can quickly brainstorm, rewrite, and reply with suggestions based on your context and goals where you write the most. Grammarly accelerates effectiveness and productivity for everyone on your team. In fact, more than 70,000 teams rely on Grammarly to help them with their writing today. Have a presentation coming up? Let Grammarly create a personalized outline to get you organized so you can transform your ideas into a compelling presentation. With Grammarly, you can be more productive by communicating your point clearly and getting work done efficiently. Grammarly is here to assist you at every step of your writing process so you can show up with confidence. Go to Grammarly.com/businessteams to download for free. That's GRAMMARLY.com/businessteams to download for free.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.